Hello everyone, and welcome back to Robotics Notes. I'm G, and I have no idea what the fuck happened last time. I haven't recorded this in a very long time. But anyways, the typhoon passed through Honshu that evening. It's perfect outside, almost like nothing ever happened. The sky is clear and blue. I'm home. As soon as I get to my bedroom, I plop down on my bed. I'm seriously dead. I'd love to lie down, but I know I'll crash if I do, so I resist the urge. Last night, Akiho rescued me from the tower in the middle of the typhoon. It wasn't long before her dad, mine, and a bunch of folks from the area popped up. It was a big deal. The two of us were safely brought down, and after being put on an IV at the hospital, I got to go home the next day. In the afternoon, I'm supposed to visit the neighbors with my family to thank them and to apologize for the trouble. But since I was dying to get report number 2, I made a beeline for Uchagaoka Park first thing in the morning. My hard work paid off. The trigger for the dome switch was activated properly. All that was left is to clear the go-kart course in under 30 seconds and report the record via Iruo Geotech. Easy peasy. I just went to the go-kart area, wrote a fake record into the geotag there, and voila! Problem came after all of that. After activating all the triggers, Kimijima report number 2 most definitely appeared. Somewhere. But since I had no clue where that somewhere was, I had to search the park high and low with tablet in hand. I finally ended up finding it at the tip of the H2 rocket monument located at the park entrance. I never would have thought it'd be in such an obvious place. I kinda feel like I've been played. Granted, according to Gejine, all of the triggers have to be unlocked for an AR annotation to appear. Fortunately for me, that means that report number 2 is now safe inside of my phone droid.
Big brother, let's go for a walk. It's super nice today.
And that also explains why Irie, who is attached to the reports, is currently in my room.
Just got home. I can't see anything inside.
Then why don't you just go outside?
I want to talk to you more, big brother.
And just read me the weather forecast or something.
You don't mind? Yay! Okay, now let's start with Okinawa and go all the way to Hokkaido. Hi!
There she is. My loud childhood friend comes storming into my room. Though I guess I have no right to complain about that. Especially considering I always barge into her room.
You were at the park again earlier, weren't you?
Ruh-roh, he's pissed. Glad you noticed.
You big jerk!
And now I have to fix my hair before doing the rounds.
Did you forget how many people you had worried last night? What are you thinking?
It's not like I climbed the tower again or anything. Give me a break.
Just got home from the hospital and then you disappear. My mom was about to go looking for you all over again.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll go apologize later. There was something I absolutely had to get my hands on.
Like what?
Can't tell you.
Didn't I save you yesterday?
That's that. This is this. If you really have to know, we can duel for the deeds.
Whatever.
Akio turns away, offended. I really want to avoid letting my friends in on this report stuff. It's sketchy and I don't want them involved. Jun is the only one who does know, and she's only aware of report number 1. I'm not telling her about the rest. Oh, and by the way, Aki-chan, you were totally like a hero of justice yesterday. Seriously, thanks.
You don't need to thank me. Ever since what happened on the anemone, you and I are one and the same. You saved me tons of times, too. Let's call it even.
She's right. Ever since we got diagnosed with elephant mouse syndrome, we've been helping each other. We basically do everything together. When one of us is having an attack, the other looks after them. While I consider myself Akiho's guardian of sorts, she always saves my butt when I have an attack. That means a lot to me.
Just don't go acting on your own so much, okay? It took me forever to find you last night.
I'll do my best.
Oh, and no more secrets.
Yeah. I can't promise her that. I want to locate the rest of the Kimijima reports on my own if possible.
Hey, Kai. Climb that tower in the middle of last night's typhoon because there was something you wanted?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Ah. Brother, Akiho, no fighting. It's the perfect time for a nice cozy weather forecast. What?
Akio is clearly dumbfounded by Irie's voice. She looks around the room in a panic.
Today's weather, August 1st for the Yonaguni region of Okinawa Prefecture, will be sunny with southbound winds. The weather for the Ishigaki region of Okinawa Prefecture will be sunny with southbound winds. Hi, I can hear a girl's voice.
That's because Irie is in here.
For real? Where?
Right here.
Irie's a ghost.
It's way too much of a pain to explain this, so can you give Aki-chan the basic rundown of what's going on, Irie-chan?
Didn't you say you wanted to hear the weather?
You can tell me all about it later. By the way, Irie-chan can't actually see anything when she's inside, so could you go talk to her outside?
Huh? What?
Go outside and boot up Iruo. He'll see.
Okay.
Akio's about to exit the room, a puzzled look on her face.
Oh, and Kai. You can skip club today, but make sure you rest. Got it? Alright, Nachio.
Akio departs. I'll gladly take you up on that offer. After I do the rounds, I'll just chill for the rest of the day. I'll have plenty of time to read Kimijima Report number 2 after that. I get the feeling things have gotten hotter since the typhoon passed through. I wipe the sweat off of my cheeks and sit in the middle of the runway. Akiho should be in the middle of building her robot in the hangar, supposedly. I didn't hear the details of what specific work she was doing, but yeah. Either way, I'm going to be staying far away from all of that. Akiho and Subaru can handle it. My back is still sore from my Metal Tower adventure, so I'd prefer to have stayed home and played KB. But I still gotta read Kimijima Report number 2, since yesterday I've had mixed feelings about it. I want to read it, but there's a part of me that'd prefer to stay ignorant. Fine, I'll read it. I make sure and confirm that nobody is around before opening up my phone droid. The secret organization that put pressure on NASA is made of only 300 people who control the world from behind the scenes. Their existence is said to be a mere rumor, but let me be perfectly clear. The Committee of 300, the Invisible Rulers, exists. The Committee of 300 consists among governments, organizations, police, military, nobility, and banks from all over the world. They control all of the necessary mediums to construct a society, including, of course, NASA. And yes, they were behind the covering up of the Ulysses project. It was a piece of cake for them to edit the official statements from NASA. In 1994, there was big news when the Tavistock Institute and NASA announced a joint project. And yes, Tavistock is controlled by the Committee of 300 and is known as a brainwashing institute. According to official documents, Tavistock is connected to organizations in multiple countries and broadcasts propaganda every day. As I said, they focus on brainwashing, but it is impossible to tell because the brain isn't aware of when it is being brainwashed. Suddenly, it becomes a slave of the One World Order. This is the committee's goal. Few people in the world know about the Human Ranch project. It exists and is still in progress. Most likely, a prototype version of the project is being tested all over the world. The experiment is secretly and certainly ongoing. It is not somebody else's problem. Beware of Kagame Kagame. The song is like a symbol. Wherever they experiment, the song will certainly be heard. The Human Ranch project has been the sole goal of the Committee of 300 for over 100 years. They wish to shrink the world's population to about 1 billion people. It is currently 6 billion in 2009. And make them slaves that serve the elite until they die. It is their revolution towards one world order. A billion people who will be used as slaves will not realize they are enslaved due to propaganda. Rather, they might even thank their rulers. I created Irie to investigate the activity of the Committee of 300, a bot that collects any kind of information that is related to the keywords Committee of 300. Recently, there has been an abnormal amount of feedback from the Shibuya area. That earthquake could have been one of their experiments too. Experiments too. It is questionable if I will live to analyze that collected information. And just like that, my throat is bone dry. I gulp in an attempt to relieve the pain. The Committee of 300. The Tavistock Institute. The Human Ranch Project. All of this nonsensical conspiracy theory humbo-jumbo means nothing to me. It's unrealistic. I can't say I'm remotely interested in any of it. But there is one particular bit here that draws my attention. Kagome Kagome. Those words popped up randomly in the middle of this mess. And it's because of them that I can't just dismiss this report as conspiracy nonsense. I literally just heard that nursery rhyme the day before yesterday. In that creepy room on the first floor of Town Hall, there was a cassette there with Kagome Kagome recorded on it. It's as if the Kokimijima of 10 years ago was reading my mind. Well, well. What the hell is up with Kagome Kagome? Did the Committee of 300 put pressure on worldwide phone droid distributors so they could reinstall that ringtone? And then they went through all the trouble of making that weird call at once? Very tame as far as propaganda goes, and I certainly don't feel like I've been brainwashed. What exactly is the perpetrator's goal? Jin-chan seemed familiar with Kagome Kagome. Plus, Irie, or I guess Gejine, is supposedly a bot that auto-searches for the term Committee of 300. Irie-chan, you there? There's a slight delay between when I call for her and when she appears.
Hi! Would you like to hear the weather forecast?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's honestly kind of weird that she responds to me so quickly. Does that mean she's always wandering around nearby? You can move about freely within a 109.3 meter radius of my phone droid, so it'd be nice if she ventured out a bit. I guess it's not like she's physically close or far. Maybe she can reply quickly regardless of where she is. At any rate, as long as I don't have Iruo running, she won't talk to me. It's not that bad. I tap on Irie to summon Gejine.
Switching to Gejine mode.
Tell me about the Committee of 300.
Error. You do not have permission to access this information.
I hit her straight on, but she immediately shoots me down.
Please seek permission from Master in order to access this information.
Master isn't around anymore.
Only phone droids that obtain login permission may access this information.
So you're not going to tell me anything?
The Committee of 300 and their true nature is shrouded in mystery. Even Gejine does not have a complete understanding of them.
Do you know who the members are?
Gejine predicts that there is a high turnaround rate among the lower-ranking positions. However, it is possible that this is incorrect due to the fact that there are too many self-proclaimed members.
There are that many people calling themselves a committee member?
Worldwide, as many as there are stars.
Do you know exactly who those people are?
Please seek permission from Master in order to access further information on this matter.
I can't even get to the essentials. I've got nothing to go on here. You know, I've been thinking. You're pretty useless, Gejine.
I apologize. However, Gejine prioritizes Master's instructions over being useful to you, Yashio-san.
Fine. Closing gate. Oh wait.
Closing Gejine. Brother, where are you going after this?
How about you go for a walk? After casually brushing off Irie, I close Iruo. I can't get anything useful out of Gejine. I'll consult with our resident urban legend maniac. I'm just going to make sure to keep the reports on the hush. Unfortunately, said expert, Juna, is nowhere to be found. She's usually on the runway practicing a kata or whatever. Is she in the hangar? I'll give her a ring. Call Juna Daitaku.
Yashio-kun? What's up?
Where are you?
The garage? It's a hangar, not a garage. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm in the hangar.
I'm on the runway. Can you come out here for a hot sec? Or are you busy?
Kinda.
Oh, so Akio finally gave Juna a job she can do.
Hi, if you want to talk, come on over here. We're not far away.
I'm good. Just come out when you're free. I'll be waiting. Akio's not wrong, but I don't want the others hearing our conversation. After about 15 minutes, Juna comes jogging out to the runway.
Sorry about that. It's rare to see you, not playing video games.
Right? If it were up to me, I'd just play games all day, but whatever. Is it okay for you to be out here?
Yeah, I'm alright now.
What were you doing?
Making a scarf.
In the middle of the scorching hot summer? Oh, I get it. This is like how Misane would wear scarves in the summer. When Misane was a high schooler, there was a fad where folks would wear scarves in the summer and ride scooters. Misane said it got popular because it was cute, whatever that means. Trying to bring back the old fad?
Oh, no. It's a scarf for Model 1-kun.
Ah, that. Gunvarel's long scarf is iconic. Or is it actually a pair of wings? Something else entirely? I have no clue. Akio mentioned a while back she wasn't sure if we had the budget for a scarf, but I guess it worked out. Doesn't it have to be huge?
Yeah, we have to stitch together a bunch of big cloths. I'm in charge of that.
Didn't think you'd be any good at that kind of work since you're the sporty type.
Not really. I'm the only girl in the household, so I do chores like this all the time. I'm actually pretty good at sewing.
Well, color me surprised. By the way, I'm glad she has something to do now. She had an abundance of free time before.
What did you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, I wanted you to tell me more about Kagame Kagame. Juna immediately seems to understand what I'm getting at. Her cheeks are looking a little flushed.
It's about the incident from the other day, right? I was super shocked. But on the news, they're saying they have no idea what the cause is.
You talked about the whole Kagame Kagame thing before the mass call, remember?
One where the lyrics to the song are all sent out simultaneously like an earthquake warning. Yeah. Even that event is still shrouded in mystery.
Why Kagame Kagame?
Well, for example, the Kago in Kagame means cage in Japanese, and the Mei means eye. So together they mean eye of the cage. There's a theory going around that's referring to a hexagram.
A hexagram?
Yep, the Star of David. One theory is that Kagame Kagame is actually a cipher written by the Illuminati.
What's that?
A secret society that existed over 200 years ago.
Are they bad guys?
In conspiracy theories, they're often referred to as the masterminds behind things, but nobody knows the details.
You think the Illuminati and Kagame Kagame are related? What's your opinion as an urban legend expert, Jun-chan?
Well, they're all just urban legends, so... I don't think there's much credibility to any of them. Sorry for talking about theories I'm not even confident about.
Considering Kagame Kagame is a Japanese nursery rhyme, trying to connect it to the Illuminati is a reach. I get it. Then how about the Committee of 300?
Committee of 300.
It looks like something's clicked.
I've heard of it before.
Seriously? Like where?
I don't know the specifics myself, but... Remember the earthquake that took place in Shibuya 10 years ago?
Shibuya. Shibuya was mentioned by name in report number 2. Could this really be a coincidence? You mean the Shibuya earthquake?
Yeah.
Whenever people talk about it, they always have to bring up the various conspiracy theories around it. I get why. Everything about it was strange. Shibuya was devastated, but everything around it was just fine. It was almost like it was directed specifically at Shibuya and only Shibuya. Impossible, right?
There are rumors that, maybe the earthquake wasn't a natural disaster. Tons of theories, really.
Like what? That it was man-made?
A black hole bomb, an earthquake weapon, a pulse attack, or even that the chaos was chemo for something else. Well, on the net, we're saying that the Committee of 300 was pulling the strings.
Pulling the strings, eh? Sounds like a lazy way of explaining things. People love pretending that there's some super secret society pulling the strings of the world. It's an easy scapegoat for whenever something happens. As long as they're the bad guys, people don't have to sweat the deeds. But what Juna was saying does match up with the Kamijima reports. Do you know anything about the Tavistock Institute?
Huh? No, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Huh. Figured you might know something. Oh well.
Give me too much credit, Yoshio-kun. To be honest, I don't actually know much about conspiracy theories.
On the contrary, I think you know plenty. Hell, she gave me more to work with than Irie did.
Oh, why the sudden interest? Is this about the Kimijima report? You find another one or something?
He's sharp as a tack. Or I'm just way too obvious. If you want to know the details, you'll have to beat me in a match.
So you're not gonna tell me?
Were you curious?
A little.
Oh,
Kagame is something we've all experienced, so yeah, I'm curious.
same thing here. That's why I was looking into it, that's all. Well, I guess I'll go grab a drink. This is my way of ending the conversation and making sure Juna can't continue it further. I feel bad about confusing her, but I really want to avoid mentioning the reports to people if I can. Old Tanegashima Airport, Tanegashima, Akio, Sonomiya.
Eve? Ho! I jack up the giant servo motor with the engine crane. It's hydraulic, so even a weak girl like me can lift up a 1,000 kilo...
Jesus Christ, I can't read numbers.
100 kilogram motor, easy peasy. By the way, according to the previous president, this crane was rented from Kamata Motors about 5 years ago. He never asked us to return it, so it's just been hanging around in the hangar the whole time. The motor itself is a Robot Clinic original. We got it delivered to us yesterday. It's a super sluggish motor that's been optimized specifically for torque since Gunbuild 1 is so massive. That said, Doc told me they had it made on the cheap, so its durability is kind of up in the air. Maybe we should have accepted JAXA's help after all. We're all jacked up. The massive servo motor is about 30 centimeters off the ground. I'm planning on moving the crane from here to Gunbuild 1's lower body. The servo motor is going to be the knee joint for the unfinished left leg. The problem is, it's going to take a whole lot of effort to move this crane all the way over there. I look around. No one else is here. Yuna was here sewing together the scarf a second ago, but she went outside to talk to Kai. There's a lot of heavy lifting in our future, so we gotta work together. Not that they seem to care, at all. Maybe I should act like a president for once and give them a real stern what for. Morning!
Oh, sorry, Nai is not a child anymore, I forgot about that.
Inoji-san pokes her head in through the hangar entrance. She's waving to me with a smile on her face. Oh, hi! When I get up to greet her, she responds by giving me a hug like it's no big deal. Whoa! I have no idea how to react to her sudden kindness. Inoji-san smells ever so slightly of sweat. Are you here alone, Akiho-chan? Where are the others? Inoji-san steps back and surveys the hangar. Akiho-chan? It's kind of weird being called that out of nowhere. I don't hate it. Nobody's being cooperative. No matter how much I try, they refuse to come over and help out. Why? Then I remember his words. I smoothly whip out my glasses and place them over my eyes, like always. I've become him. Because they're spoiled brats. Noji-san looks confused. How can she proclaim to want to support bipedal robot research when she doesn't even know who he is? Noji-san, do you watch much robot anime? Huh? Did I upset you? Did I have responded with something like, it's 3 times faster? Oh, so you do know! Come on, you gotta give me a reaction next time. I can't believe you prompted a joke and explained it to yourself. You're so funny, Akio-chan. I had a hunch when I met her the first time, but Shinoji-san can spit pure acid with a smile. My home is actually super close to Akihabara. When I was little, there was a Gundam cafe and everything. I got to see the full-size Gundam in Odaiba, too. Wow. I'm so jealous. Crap, I almost drooled for a sec. But I digress. I'm actually here to continue our conversation from the other day. I take it you haven't had a change of heart? I haven't. Noji-san glances over at Gunbuild 1 lying in the hangar. You really want to stick to this, robot? I do. It's the blood, sweat, and tears of every single Robot Club member. Someone bled? Oh, I'm just kidding about that part. I really didn't think she'd latch on to that. Have you ever considered further modifying Model 1 into something more polished? Even at this stage, we've already gone plenty off the rails from the original design. You know that Gunbuild 1 is a wonky robot. I do. It's like a house that's had extensions built upon extensions built upon extensions. You can say it was like the Winchester Mystery House. It's a mansion with so many extensions that it's lost its function as a house and become more of a maze. Gunbuild 1 is no different. We weren't able to build it according to the plan, so I feel pretty bad about it. We had a tight budget, so we made do with whatever parts we could get our hands on. We're just high schoolers. And with our limited knowledge, we tried to make a walking robot. It ended up totally different from the OG design. So I really want to avoid making any more changes to it. Because despite how much has been altered, Gunbuild 1 still has the DNA of the original Gunbuild project. 9 years worth of passion resides inside of that metal exterior. Completing him is my mission as president of the Robot Club and my own personal dream. Things have changed quite a lot in the last decade when it comes to giant bipedal robots. Technology has advanced greatly. If we utilize today's technology, you can make an even better robot. If you're gonna make one anyway, wouldn't you want it to do more than just walk? I reflexively groaned. More than just walk. Want to, I really do. I want to see Gunbuild 1 move gallantly like Prez did during Robo 1 with Kai at the controls. No, I'm not falling for your tricks. I'm completing Gunbuild 1 no matter what. I won't be tempted by your sweet nothings. I see. Noji-san lowers her shoulders in disappointment. But it isn't long before she regains her usual perkiness and smiles. By the way, even if you decide to stick with Gunbuild 1, you're still welcome to the facilities at TNSC. But just let me know if you ever need to use them. I'm truly grateful for her offer. I don't have the guts to accept it. I've already rejected their kindness twice now. Am I just being stubborn? Would everyone be more willing to cooperate if we were making a brand new robot?
I've been groaning in front of the drink corner for 15 minutes. At the register behind me, Mizuka-san is sighing for what feels like the billionth time.
If you're trying to steal, forget about it. You look way too suspicious.
She says to me while reading a newspaper. How rude, I'm really struggling with what to buy, okay? I'm a high schooler with a thin allowance. I have to be careful with where my 100 yen goes. I'm lying, of course. I'm actually debating whether or not I should ask Mizuka-san about the Committee of 300. If I do, I'll end up having to tell her about the Kimijima reports. But whenever it comes to Kokimijima or Airi, Mizuka-san's reaction is kind of scary. So I'm conflicted as to whether I should bring it up or not. But I can't afford to stand here and deliberate forever. To ask or not to ask? I take a peek at Mizuka-san again. The steamer off to the side of the register enters my line of sight. In order to get info, I'll have to eat one of those passion fruit buns. As it turns out, that's the deciding factor. Alrighty, I'll give up on asking Mizuka-san for now. Now that that's decided, my actions are swift and to the point. I grab a bottle of fruit sour melon and take it to the register.
You sure look refreshed. Completely different from the look of dread on your eyes.
Jeez.
Completely different from the look of dread on your face when you came in. I'm guessing you don't need any info then.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hi, what are you hiding?
It's got nothing to do with you, Mizuka-san.
You better not make me angry.
Ah, she's terrifying! Her sharp gaze pierces through my body. I'm like a frog being stared down by a vicious snake. What did I do to deserve this death stare? I didn't even say anything.
Oh?
Nishinoji enters the store while I'm still petrified.
Yashio-kun, right? Good morning. Good afternoon?
Oh, hi.
Welcome. Are you from JAXA? Yep, I just arrived on the island the day before yesterday. You come here often, Yashio-kun?
I guess so, yeah. Saved by the bell. Thanks to Nightingale's swift intervention, I've been freed from Mizuko-san's Medusa gaze. I was honestly about to cave and spill the beans.
Akio-chan seemed kind of lonely. You should go help her.
I'm just not into that sort of thing. More importantly, I can't let this opportunity pass me by. I placed some coins on the counter to pay for the drink and rush outside. There's a fancy bike parked in front of the store. Is this one of those mountain bikes? Wait, don't tell me she biked here all the way from TNSC. That's a 15-kilometer trip, give or take. That can't be an easy ride.
Are you interested in my bike?
Nichinoji comes strolling outside. She's holding a sports drink.
I try to bike about 50 kilometers a day. Truth be told, I really want to do 100 kilometers. At that point, I'd probably get confused over what my actual job is.
You bike in that outfit?
When I'm seriously biking, I wear a cycling jersey. But if I'm just gonna work up a light sweat, I don't bother. Wanna try giving it a ride?
Nah, I'm good.
Come on, you don't gotta hold back. Well, that reminds me, with everything that went on the other day, I didn't get to properly greet you. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Nichinoji sticks her hand out with no hesitation. I guess she wants me to shake hands? I'm not quite as on guard with her as I was before, but she still scares me a little. Keeping those thoughts to myself, I take her hand and shake it.
Stop blushing, Kai.
The automatic doors open, and Mizuka-san pokes her head out to drop her zinger. She then immediately vanishes. Was she watching the whole time?
He's right. Your face is red.
Noji-san inches close to my face, still holding my hand. There aren't too many folks out here in the middle of nowhere that greet out with the handshake is all. I think Akio's probably the only one.
Yeah, I bet. Folks in Tokyo say that too. My dad was raised in France, so I always thought this was normal. We also hug and rub cheeks when we greet people.
What?
I put my cheek to yours and we rub them together.
Oh, I've seen that in movies and stuff.
Wanna give it a try?
I'll pass.
I figured you'd say that. When I hugged Akio-chan earlier, she seemed really surprised.
I'm kinda jealous.
Of who?
Akiho.
Oh, not the other way around?
It's not quite a hug, but whenever she has an attack, I usually hold her by the shoulders, so... Nah, not really.
Well, then you should be more than fine hugging me, right?
Nichinoji starts getting fidgety like she really wants to give me a hug. If you want to hug me that badly, you have to beat me first. I'd be happy to oblige.
Beat you?
A kill ballad.
Oh, the fighting game. The next time, let's fight.
Oh, you strong?
I have no clue. I've never played before.
I was into other fighting games 4 or 5 years ago, she says with a sinister smile as she unlocks her bike.
Anyway, I'll be dropping by again. Say hi to Akio-chan and the others for me.
And just like that, she blissfully rides off into the distance on her mountain bike. She's fast. Her acceleration is legit impressive. If she can ride that fast in those clothes, she must really be a pro. Alrighty, and I think there's a... Actually... yeah. I feel like this is a pretty good place to cut it. I don't know how long this next scene's gonna go on. And, yeah. We're getting back into it. This was a good start. Starting off with the plot hook of Kimijima Report number 2. I am excited to see where this goes. But for now, thank you all so much for following my playthrough of Robotics. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.